today we are going to talk about why you should never ever reach out to your divine masculine. Now, this message is for twin flames, specifically divine feminines that are currently in separation from their divine masculine. So, number one, you are going to give him space to miss you. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? So you must be able to detach. And if you're not able to detach, it is because you have parts of you that are still stuck in codependency and neediness. But if you can do the inner work to clear the codependency and the neediness and the attachment, then you can truly detach and create the space without worrying and being caught up in fear or anxiety. Number two, when you create space between you and your divine masculine, you flip the runner chaser dynamic. You shift the runner chaser polarity. You see, because twin flames are naturally tethered to one another energetically, when you create space and begin to run, that will cause him to begin to chase. So when you create space and you stop calling and chasing and pursuing, then he will eventually reach out. Now, the amount of time that it takes for him to reach out is completely dependent upon your energy and your ability to manifest him coming back into your life. But any divine feminine that has been on this journey for any amount of time can tell you that your divine masculine will always return. So for sure, he will eventually reach out to you. In the meantime, in between time, you can be patient and use that time to go inwards and focus on your inner work. So while you are doing that, you create the time and the space needed to flip the polarity. This means that instead of you calling and chasing your divine masculine or chasing him energetically with your thoughts, right? Thinking about him, wondering what he's up to. What's he doing? I haven't talked to him in forever. Let me go snoop on his Facebook and see what's happening. Instead of you doing all of that, instead of you pursuing him, he becomes the pursuer and he begins to chase you, right? And instead of you running, this time you can choose to be happily caught. Number three, you should never ever reach out to your divine masculine because feminine energy is receptive. Feminine energy receives. Masculine energy pursues. Masculine energy hunts. And so divine masculines that are truly in their masculine energy enjoy the chase. They feed off the chase. They like to hunt as men do. So allow him to be the masculine and hunt and pursue you. And I recommend that while you are in separation, you do not call your divine masculine ever, period. Unless you are returning a missed phone call, you have no reason to be reaching out to him first. Now, I know that for some divine feminines, this may cause you a bit of nervousness or anxiety because some of you still worry that you're going to lose your divine masculine. But you cannot lose your divine masculine, my dear. Your divine masculine is attached to you forever. That is divine love. That is the cord that cannot be broken. You see, what God has joined together, no man can put asunder. So don't worry about losing your divine masculine simply because you're not calling him. The key is to be receptive. That means answering the phone when he calls you. You should be calling him at most 1% of the time and answering the phone when he calls you 99% of the time. The only time that you should not answer the phone when your divine masculine calls you is when you are in a bad mood or when your energy is low or off kilter, and you know when those times are. So those are the reasons why you should not reach out to your divine masculine while you are in separation. Okay, I'm back with one other little point that I neglected to mention, right? And that is intuition. Now, there may be times, divine feminine, that because you are connected with your divine masculine, that you may feel the need to reach out to him. And I encourage you in those small moments to follow your intuitive guidance. But that should be 1%. That's the 1% of the time that you're going to reach out to him. Now, don't let your mind play tricks on you, right? And allow you to believe that your anxiety is your intuition, right? So if you are feeling intuitively guided to reach out to him more than 1% of the time, that is probably your anxiety. Because guess what? The same way that you are connected to him, he is also connected to you. So if you are supposed to speak to him in that moment, he will also feel the pull to reach out to you also. So be patient. Okay? All right. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.